Hello, this is DR Reptiles, and today I am going to be showing you my experience with having baby geckos for the first week of their lives. I've already done a video about them being born and a video about the first day, but now I'm just going to do the first week as a kind of bigger update video with a little bit more content. So I hope you guys enjoy. So it is 2 days after these guys were born, and I promise I won't be doing videos about them like every single time I mess with them. I just want to document as much as I can to kind of make sure you guys know what's going on, and then if you ever have baby crested geckos, maybe this will be helpful to some people. So I had to feed the older crested geckos, or the adults, so I already have food here, and then I cleaned out their bowl. I wasn't sure if they ate any from last night, but I'm just going to replace it, and here we have them. So there's this one, which is the one that did not eat, and then there's the other one, and this is, I believe this is Chris, which did eat yesterday, and they're both really light right now, which is pretty interesting. So I'm just going to try to feed them again. They still have these insects in here, as you can see. And it looks like all the red runner roaches are out going somewhere, or somewhere inside this enclosure. And I think that's all right. So I read a little bit, and I guess it's not uncommon for them to like not eat for several days after they're born. So I don't think it's a must that you feed them right away. Generally, you can offer powder. I think it said from like 24 hours to 48 hours after they're born, which is basically what I did. And then it said you could, for insects, a few weeks after, so maybe they won't eat insects until then. But I know that Shelled Reptiles said that he basically only starts them off on like pinhead crickets, so they must eat those right away. I'd assume they would. Crickets are they tend to be very appealing for reptiles, and I would say that they don't exactly have the same feeling towards most of the other feeders, or just at least the ones that I breed. So that's kind of disappointing. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to put food on it, or put food in front of it, and see if it is interested. This one's the one that ate yesterday. This is Chris. It's just, he was a lot lighter. It was hard to tell. And I didn't actually, yeah, his color is, it looks different than from yesterday. I'm actually going to put some of this into here, and I'm going to add some water to it. Okay, so now this is much more liquidy, and I think if they would eat, they would like to eat this more liquidy stuff. Okay, so it seems like they're not very interested, which is alright, as I said. So I am going to get Chris back into here. Just gonna kind of scoot him over. Ah, man, they're like frogs. Ah, come on. Alright. Okay. Then I dripped a little bit of food in the bottom, so I will have to clean out the bottom at some point to make sure it doesn't mold, because that would be bad. But I am going to spray the stuff down a little bit, so then they will have water droplets to drink from. And that is all I'm going to do tonight, because if they're not going to eat, that's alright, but I'm pretty sure that they'll drink the water droplets, and then they have the food in there if they want to try to get to it. So that is it for tonight. Okay, so I haven't left food in with my crested geckos in like forever, because I put the food in the fridge and then I feed them every other day. So I left it in there, and it smells horrible in here in this container, because it like molded in just 2 days, and I guess I forgot that that's a thing that happens, because I just haven't had it in like this in so long. So I need to replace the paper towel and kind of clean this out, and I'm not entirely sure I'm going to do that. But first, I'm just going to go get them more food and get everybody new food because I need to feed them, and then I will clean them out. What I think I'm going to do is just put the lid down, put the plant on the lid, and then, you know, spray out the enclosure, and then just put them back in. Okay, so I fed everybody else, and now I just have the babies, and like I said, I'm just going to take this. I don't think there's anything gross or bad on this actual fake plant here. I'm just going to set that right there. So both the babies are on there. There's one right there. And then there's the other one. So then here we have the container, but then I have the roaches in here as well. So there, you can see the roaches that managed to escape. Now, it's possible that some were eaten, but I'm not entirely sure. So what I'm going to do is we have everybody sitting here. If the roaches get out, they'll probably just go under that container. And I'm going to go spray this off in my shower. Okay, so off camera, I offered them some red runner roaches, or the 2 red runner roaches that were in there. And they were simply interested but not willing to take a bite. So I'm going to try to feed them a gecko diet because they do not seem to be ready to go ahead and try to take actual live insects yet. But right now, Chris is going to crawl up me because I am a tree. Look at him go. Just fits right there. And I was looking at pictures on Instagram today of baby Darwin, or not even baby, she was just a whole lot younger, and it's so crazy to see her like that. But more specifically, or more importantly, baby Teddy, which is the mother of these guys. Now she really was, she could fit on my finger when I got her. I mean, she wasn't this small, and I took her in, but she was small. It's crazy, but now I have babies from her. So let's see. Maybe he's interested in some food. Generally, if a gecko isn't eating, I'll try the... Oh, it's gonna fall. I'll try the method of putting it on their nose, but these guys are just so small that it's really hard to do that. And I know you're not supposed to be handling them. I get that, but he crawls right onto me, okay? Like, it's not like I tried to pick him up. I didn't seek him out. He wanted to get on me. Come on. There you go. Kind of got some on his nose. Is he gonna lick? I feel like he should be licking. Okay. He licked just the tiniest amount. I'm gonna go ahead and try to get him to go into the enclosure. But he's going to continue crawling on me. Here. Get off, little bud. No. I need to get him off somehow. There we go. He is back in the enclosure. Okay, so my experience so far has been that this one, which I named Chris, will eat for me. Okay? Not a whole lot. He'll just kind of lick it. But he's licking it. They don't really they seem interested, but not ready to go for roaches. And this one will not lick for me. It will not lick for me. So that is very annoying. And hopefully it will start doing that. So I'm going to go ahead and place this back in here. And eventually... it's just off in its own little world. Eventually, I will spray this thing down, because as I try to feed the food to the geckos, I'll probably get a little bit of food on it. But for now, I'm just going to leave it be. And then this little guy, who's really pretty, by the way. Whoop. Yeah, for a minute. There you go. Very pretty. So, like I said, I think he has more of the the Linus look, and this is more of the Teddy look. But this one has Dalmatian spots, and this one doesn't obviously have Dalmatian spots. It might have some, and it might come in later, but I'm not entirely sure of right now, as of right now. And I'm going to go ahead and put this food in here. I don't know if they've been eating the food while while it's been here. I'm not entirely sure of that. Okay, so I just got this one to lick a bit. So I got the stuff really watery, and I just put that there, and it's up here. And I did a bit of the put on face method. It's something that I had to learn with both this guy's mother and father, because they're both a little bit picky. There you can see, licking. So it was about to jump, and now it's licking. So, let's see. Ooh, so like that. Some food. There we go. So 4th day is a success with that one. 1st day was a success with its brother or whatever. Now I'm probably going to be referring to both of them as boys. I don't know why I do that. I noticed that because I've always thought of Darwin as a boy, and then it turned out to be a girl. I thought Charlie was a boy, and then it was a girl, and then Teddy the same thing. So that's why, I mean, Charlie and Teddy are like, either or. Darwin is a guy's name, but I've continued with it. So I'm not sure why I do that, but that is something. I'll switch it when I know, So this guy might actually have a lot of Dalmatian spots. It's just hard to tell when they're this small because there's all those spots on its head, but I don't know if that's just like normal spots. So it's really active. I'm going to go ahead and close the enclosure before it jumps out. And I think this was a successful night with the babies because both of them ate the food, which is very good. And I think they're getting to the point that they will be eating the roaches. And once they start eating the roaches, everything will be good because that's what happened with Teddy. And then Teddy started growing, which is actually really interesting because Teddy's always been small. And she's been like the same size for a really long time. And it's not like the adult Darwin size. Darwin's pretty big, and Teddy's never gotten to that size. So like Teddy's like 1.3, 1.4 ounces. Actually, it's probably around like 1.35 ounces, and she's been there for a really long time. And I honestly am not sure that she is going to like grow too much from there. But Darwin is always like at 2 ounces. So obviously that fluctuates when they lay eggs, like Teddy laid eggs the other day, and now she is at like 1.15 ounces, and she'll get back up there. So I just don't know if she'll ever get to the point that she's like 2 ounces, and the same thing with like Linus, like he's pretty small as well. I'm not sure that he'll ever get to the point that he's 2 ounces. One thing I just remembered that I forgot is I need to spray him down because this paper towel is not moist at all, and it's important that they have something to lick, so some water to lick. There we are. And one thing, so they're both licking right now. They're licking the water, which is good, so they stay hydrated. One thing that was interesting when I think about it is that there was some form of either mold or food above the food thing on the wall, and that's what I was cleaning off. Now, I don't know if I put that there and that was just old food that had molded, or if they were eating the food and they tracked it up the wall. So it'd be interesting to see because I definitely didn't get on the wall this time. So if they end up getting on the wall, I'll be able to know in about 2 days or so. If you want to see the continuation of updates on these guys, I recommend subscribing. I've made a lot of progress with these two, and I have filmed it all, so stay tuned for that content. If you happen to like this video, go ahead and like it down below. Also, comment down below if you have any questions or concerns. Have a fantastic day.